Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jael, also known by Jay. So I just want to go over a topic today, which is what is DTF printing? Well, let's get started. So anyway, DTF is direct to film, which is a new technology that has been, coming out in the recent years. And basically what it is, it's just a home printer, or you could actually get like a commercial printer as well. And basically all it is it just prints on a film, which is called in the DTF world a PET film, sorry. And all it requires is specific pigment inks. So basically, let me walk you through the process. So you would use a software. Obviously, you drag and drop an image into this software. You print it onto the film, which is like a sheet, and then you run it through, and it prints color first, and then a white base on top simultaneously. And then you just run it through adhesive powder. You cure it under like a heat press, heat gun, or an oven, whatever you choose to do on a shirt, and it's good to go. So let me just get into more like detail of DTF. So basically, you can use a home-based printer that has like a 6 ink channel. That way you have the white base. So basically this will help you in the print it out basically on the software that you buy. Depending, there's multiple, for example, I'll give you one: AcroRip or CADLink or WhiteRip, and you just upload your image on there, and it maps your color profiles and whatnot. So it's very similar to DTG and I guess white toner transfer, because they all use a similar software that deals with ICC color profiles. And then you basically need to buy specific inks, which would be more like a water-based. It's a water-based pigment ink that it uses, and then you would buy the powder, which is an adhesive powder. So then you would obviously, you need a heat press as well. So basically, the whole process is just home printer, inkjet printer, and it just lays down the color. And you just put the powder, and it's that easy. It's honestly, it's very convenient, and it's not something difficult to learn. If you're not like as tech savvy, then it could be challenging, but the most challenging part is definitely your ICC color profiles. That is the hardest thing to learn, and I had a learning curve, guys, and it probably took me a month before I got like a good print. But it all depends on how you set up your files on Photoshop and then transport them over. But yes, I talking about that, I would recommend, like, for files, just if anybody's doing DTF, is switch the color mode to CMYK. Make it a lot easier. Trust me, you'll thank me for that. Where can you get it? If you guys are asking, there's multiple websites where you can actually purchase them, and I'll put a link in the description below. And there's like I'll recommend you guys 4 top suppliers where you could buy them from, and you guys can get started from home. And you know what? Like, a lot of people are bashing on DTF right now, saying like, oh, it's a terrible printing method. It's not worth the time, and this and that. And you know what? look, I somewhat agree with everyone on that, but at the same time, it has its place and its time in a specific business. Like, do I use this every day? Yes, I do use it every day, but only for specific jobs. I mean, it can go on, any type of like garment, like cotton, polyester blend, poly blends, whatever you want to put it on, right? But it's up to you on how you want to basically implement it and use it into your personal, business. But do I recommend everybody to have one? No. And the only reason is because I don't know how you run your small business, and I don't know what your sales are. And obviously it's either you're in the game of making transfers or garments. So basically you have to choose what you're doing. But if you're a small business and you want colored prints and you have a lot of one-offs, then I definitely recommend the DTF for that. Like, for my business, it fits in that model because I do a lot of one-offs, and sometimes you don't want to order an abundance of transfers from SureColor. You're like, dang, a minimum of 20, right? You only need to do one. So it's kind of like, why am I going to pay this amount for SureColor versus I could just simply, eat my cost up, which by the way is like about $1 for a print, a 12 by 12. So that's pretty cheap. That includes the ink, adhesive, and the film. So I mean, that's pretty cheap in that aspect. But the way it fits in your business is the way how you want to use it, not me forcing it on you guys. I think it's a helpful tool, and just like a sublimation printer, which I have one, I own one. I use it for certain things, and it's always good to have. I do heat transfer vinyl as well. I used to do screen printing, not anymore, because it's just too much of a hassle to set up and break down all the time. But this is a great alternative for full color transfers, and I definitely recommend it. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you have any other topics you want me to talk about, please, leave those in the comments below. I look forward to reading everybody's comments and making new videos and or content on that. And yeah, I would really appreciate it, everybody. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.
Stylus Pro.